All right, guys, we got a 2017 Ford Escape. So we're gonna put this baby into a service mode for the rear brake pad service mode. So we got parking brake switch here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold this button down. First we got the key off. We're gonna put the key on. We're gonna push the gas pedal down. At the same time, we're gonna push this on and hold it down. I'm gonna turn the key off within 5 seconds. Turn it back on, and wait for it. And there you go. You got a parking system into maintenance mode. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna start to hear the rear motors winding, and this baby is in service mode. We're gonna turn this off. It's fine. We're gonna go out of the vehicle. We're gonna install the new brake pads, and then we will come back. But this will continue to say that in the system. Anyways, let's get out of the vehicle and service the vehicle for the brakes. And then once we come back, we will put it back into regular mode. All right, guys, we got a Ford Escape here, 2017 model, and we're gonna replace the brake pads, which is a quick brake pad slap here. So, customer waited for the last minute. There's no brake pads left in there, so I did put this into a service mode. So you do need to put this into a service mode. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this off first, and quick brake pad slap. She's metal to metal. We're gonna remove the two caps. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you guys to be careful with the brake, the harness here. Okay, you don't need to disengage or anything like that, but I am gonna take off this connector right here. Not a connector, the little piece that holds this little guy right here. It's like a little clip. So that's how. But this is into service mode, so we should be able to compress this very easily. Okay, with our regular tool, which we're gonna do. So this is all good to go. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our Allen key here. So we did remove the two caps here. So let me see if this fits. Yep, this is a 7mm. We're gonna turn this baby, and there it goes. And this little guy will come off. And a lot of times I do not recommend pad slap. Do the job completely, guys. So once you're opening this baby up, you might as well just do it complete, okay? So once you have this side off, you should be able to push back both of these little screws, back and back, and our caliper should simply come out. Make sure you don't stretch the cables there. So I'm gonna gently just let it sit right here. We're gonna compress this piston together. So let me go get a compress tool, and at the same time, let's take a look at our brake pads here. So what I want to do is let's take off this brake pad right here, and there you go, metal to metal. That's what's happening there. So this upper brake pad simply just comes right off. So let me go get a compress tool, and this piston should just compress very easily. Okay, so let me go get a compress tool. Okay, so here it is. Can't use a C-clamp because this actuator in the back. I've seen people stretch cables. You don't want to do that. So simply get yourself a regular tool and just push this baby back in. That's how simple this is. And I'm gonna go get new brake pads, and we're gonna install them together. That's how simple it is to get this guy back into the spot. And all you need is a compress tool. You can even do this while it's on there. Usually people use screwdrivers and just yank on it. So anyways, let's go get new brake pads. So we got our new brake pads. We're using Evolutions. This is a 17 model Ford Escape. There it is. We got some brake pads for this baby. And like I said, again, this is into a service mode. Right now the vehicle's in service mode. So we got two brake pads, two with these little hardware looking retainers. So what I like to do is You want to put this brake pad, you want to clean it a bit. So some parts cleaner, just spray here and there, and that's it. I would not spray this anywhere else because it's electronic stuff you don't want to mess around with. So take your brake pad, a little bit of greasing right where the brake pad is gonna touch onto the bracket. I'm gonna take a little bit more greasing just on to this little guy. Okay, just like that, just enough so it has lubrication. Same thing on the opposite side. You don't want to put any greasing onto any of the surface that's going to touch metal to metal. Same thing here. A little bit of greasing right here. A little bit of greasing right here. If you want to do the rotors, all you have to do is take off 2 more bolts for this, bang out the rotor, clean the hub. You can watch the rest of my videos. They're all about the same. This baby goes right on. Let me clean my hands off. Not gonna do no more greasing because it doesn't require it. We're gonna take this baby. If you want, you could put a little bit of greasing on these slider pins. Usually you don't need to on these, but you're fine. Let's take this caliper. Nothing has been yanked, nothing's been harmed there. This baby goes right in. Make sure your harness is nice and free. Okay, it's very critical that you grab the threads on these babies, okay? Do it manually a little bit. I am expert at it, so I'm going right at it, but try to turn it. Just take your tool and try to turn it, okay, manually. Okay, make sure you try to catch the threads, line everything. Once it catches, okay, remember, like, this is gonna have a preload on it, so you do want to, like, go down here, push up against it, and turn it. Once you grab the threads, it's all good to go, okay? This is done here, because this is a 10-minute job. It took me more longer to put this baby into a service mode. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna lock this up. I'll do the opposite side, and before I touch the front brake pads, I want to put this back into I want to put it out of the service mode. So this actuator should come in and it should engage the brakes, okay, and then the brakes should work normally. Anyways, this is in, a little bit of greasing, and that's it. Make sure this is nice and tight. And make sure you put the little clip back in. Both caps go on. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so the brake pads come with the new hardware. Sorry. Comes with the... A lot of times I like to use the old one, but if you can't, put on a new one. And if it doesn't sit properly, you don't like it, put in the old one, because they're made to fit where they're supposed to be at. So I'll take the old brake pad and make sure you tap on it, make sure it goes in. Okay, it's not gonna fling out. That's it, you're done. And what we'll do is we'll put this baby out of the parking mode, and I'm sorry, service mode, and we're all done. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to put this into a service mode before you attempt to push that caliper, because it's not going anywhere, and you're gonna just damage it. And that's a $700 piece right here. Okay, once we're complete with the brake job, we got the wheels on, and everything is back to the spot. We're gonna take off the service mode, so we're gonna do the same thing. Okay, key on. This time we're gonna pull up the switch, okay? We're gonna press the gas pedal, pull this up, hold this up, turn it off, and on. And there you go. Okay, there you go. So it went back to normal. No more brake service mode. So what we can do now is put the brakes on. The brakes will come on. We can take the brakes off. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how simple that is. Guys, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.